Hey guys, my name's Amelia, and today we're going to be analyzing the TV series Bob's Burgers through the lenses of feminist and queer theory. But before we get to the good stuff, let's go over the main concept of each theory. Feminist criticism aims to uplift the experiences of women by demanding success for women authors and re-establishing how women are portrayed in media. Feminist critics analyze the role and representation women have in literature and pop culture. Are the women being held to the same standards as the men, or are they portraying one-dimensional characters? Queer theory is a relatively new theoretical approach that I would argue goes hand in hand with feminist theory. The two theories can be mutually exclusive, but rarely ever are. Television series Bob's Burgers is an adult animation that demonstrates an accurate depiction of the many different types of very real people. All five Belchers work at the restaurant since the family doesn't have enough money to hire real staff. Teddy is the Belchers' handyman, family friend, and the only regular customer of the restaurant. There are many reappearing antagonists, some of which include Mr. Fishodor, Jimmy Pesto, and Hugo the health inspector. Between the three siblings, we see love interest after love interest after love interest. The characters all demonstrate their many talents, which sometimes means we get a musical episode every now and then. Linda works full-time at the restaurant as their only server and cashier, so naturally, when the family needs a bit more cash, she is very excited to start her new part-time cashier position at the grocery store.
Right. What? You got a job? But it hasn't come to that yet, remember?
I think what Mom's trying to say is, take this job and shove it, Bob!
Yeah, I'm bringing home the bacon now.
Yeah, I heard you the first time when you were singing in the shower.
I'm so freaking excited about my first day on the job. Yeah! Ow! Soap in my eye!
Despite seeming resentful of Linda leaving the restaurant, Bob isn't upset that she's working, he's upset that the job doesn't include working with him. This example aligns well with feminist criticism, since it comes across as a traditionally gendered role imbalance. But in actuality, it's just a husband feeling sad about not seeing his wife all day. TikTok creator Kong Keys produced digital fan art that depicts each of the characters' headcanons. A headcanon is something that is not factually accurate to the TV series, book, movie, etc. It's important to remember that just because one person thinks that a character has a certain headcanon, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true, but it also doesn't mean that it's necessarily wrong. We're going to take a look at the specific headcanons Kong Keys believes about each character. Linda's character uses she/her pronouns and is intersex. Intersex is a general term used for individuals who fit some or many biological boxes of male and female. Creator Kong Keys may have gotten the impression that Linda's character is intersex because the actor who voices her is a man. They also suggest that Linda is pansexual. That's a person who is sexually and or romantically attracted to a person regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation. Linda's last headcanon is about her neurodivergency. Neurodivergent is a term used to categorize people with varying differences in their brain. There are several different diagnoses a person can have that classifies them as neurodivergent. So for TikTok creator Kong Keys, it's safer to use an umbrella term when there are no explicit examples of specific disorders. Linda does follow some gendered stereotypes of a North American wife, but it only seems that way from a wide angle. After getting to know the family's dynamics, we see some ways that Linda goes against the traditional role of a wife and mother. Bob is the third generation of restaurant owners. Despite only smiling once every episode or so, Bob is incredibly proud of his weirdo children and is tremendously happy in his marriage with Linda. Bob's headcanon, suggested by Kong Keys, states that he uses he/him pronouns and is bisexual. A bisexual person is someone who is attracted to more than one gender, although many fans would agree with Kong Keys when she says Bob's sexuality is actually canon. Despite never explicitly saying that he's bisexual, throughout the show Bob gives us hints that he is not entirely closed off to the idea. This next clip is a great example of one of those hints.
Hey, you again, huh?
Oh, hey, you again. And me, yep. I came for a...
I suppose you want another turkey.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. A turkey. I didn't come for anything.
Okay, fine. You wore me down. Damn it. Things are not going great with Tony. Haven't been going great with Tony for a long time. You know, Tony's hot, but maybe it's time for me to just settle.
No. Look at me. I'm nothing. You love Tony. Stay with Tony.
I'm so sick of Tony and his dancing.
Oh, no, I don't know Tony, but I assume it's great.
It's not great with Tony.
You should definitely stay with Tony.
No. Yo, I'm taking my break. Oh, my God, we're doing this.
No, we're not.
Hey, what do you want to do?
I don't,
You
nothing.
want to go to the beach? Huh?
No, maybe. Wait, I'm straight. I mean, I'm mostly straight.
Let's grab a coffee.
Call Tony.
No, let's just have sex. Oh, God, this feels so great.
Sorry, I gotta go cook this. Also, I'm married, but if I wasn't, who am I kidding? You're out of my league. It would never work.
What are you talking about?
I really gotta go.
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Probably not. I'll call you.
Bob's third headcanon is that he's autistic. Keeping in mind that autism is a spectrum and is different for everyone, the impression can be made that Bob has a special interest. A special interest is usually something that occupies most of a person's thoughts and is unique to autistic people. It frequently consumes their hobbies, conversations, etc.
Hey, Bob, what about me?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't see you there.
I hope he waits to get it home before he stuffs it.
Yes, it's you.
Really?
Really.
Hey, thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
It's okay. Don't say anything.
Oh, Bob.
Dad, are you crying?
Shh, let them have their moment.
Yes!
Come on, let's go get stuffing. Come on.
You're the one!
Come on.
You are the one!
The show frequently gives us examples of some of the ways this toxic system suppresses men as well as women.
Bob?
I'm mad that you took this job at Jimmy Pesto's.
I knew it! That's why I was trying to hide it from you, Bob.
I'm jealous that you're spending all this time with Jimmy instead of with me.
Yeah, part of me said it'll be fine. Bob's not that petty. But look at us, here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
What are we gonna do with us, huh, Bobby?
What's going on here, Bob? You crying because I stole your handyman/only customer?
He was.
Yes, damn you, Jimmy Pesto.
Oh, he admitted it.
He only goes to your restaurant because you pay him, Jimmy. He comes to my restaurant because he likes it. Plus, you'll never have what he and I have, which is a real friendship in your life.
That friendship in your life. That's you. Zoom.
I want what they have.
What?
Real, about friendship.
No. It was all for show, Lynn.
You love Teddy.
Linda, please.
You love him.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna have all of his babies.
Bob's character is a standard representation of the dominant form of masculinity the patriarchy has constructed in our society. Tina's personality definitely takes more after her father, with a little of her mother sprinkled in. She loves boys and horses more than probably anything, and are often her two go-to conversation topics. We might go a couple episodes without horses, but not one without boys. In the headcanons provided by Con Keys, Tina's character uses she/her pronouns and is a trans femme individual. The term trans femme is an umbrella term used to identify people who were assigned male at birth but present a very feminine gender identity now. Similar to Linda's character, TikTok creator Con Keys might have gotten the impression that Tina's character is trans femme because Tina's character is also voiced by a man. However, there is more concrete evidence to suggest that Con Keys' headcanon of trans femme Tina is actually accurate. A draft of the pilot episode was released where Tina is actually David. Fans are still unsure why the creators made the switch from David to Tina, but it does make for a good debate about headcanons. TikTok creator Con Keys also headcanons Tina as being bisexual like her father, but also being polyamorous. Polyamorous people are people who intentionally engage in multiple loving relationships who are often committed to their partners. This next clip could prove that this theory might actually be true.
I can't choose. Maybe I don't have to choose. We can make this work. We'll come up with a makeout wheel, kind of like a chore wheel.
I don't want to do this. Yeah, me neither.
Give it a chance. Let's put the try in triangle.
No thanks.
The last two of Tina's headcanons are of her autism and dyscalculia. Dyscalculia is a learning disability that impacts a person's ability to understand number-based information. We often see Tina consistently struggle with relatively easy math. Not only are most of Tina's headcanons likely plausible, her character displays a strong, intelligent young woman who is actually quite excited for her journey into womanhood.
Stupid book. I'm sick of acting like a dumb, helpless girl just so a hot boy who dances his feelings will notice me. That's not who I am. I'm a smart, strong, sensual woman.
Oh, God.
You know what, Tina? Strong girls are hot.
Put it on a t-shirt, Jimmy Jr. I don't want to hear it.
Feminist theories have frequently critiqued the stigma that surrounds female puberty in literature. Throughout history, it has been represented as something that should be shameful, while in contrast, male puberty is highly celebrated. Is this the show's attempt to rebuke the claim, or is it providing further evidence of Tina's gender identity? Next up is our favorite middle child, Gene. He almost never leaves home without his keyboard, which mainly consists of self-recorded fart noises. Gene's pronouns are headcanoned as she, he, since he is commonly assumed to be genderqueer, which Con Keys seems to agree with. The term genderqueer is used for people who do not restrict their gender identity to their assigned gender at birth.
We got other jobs.
What? We're working girls now.
You're a girl?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
He's not. He's not. No.
Tell that to my vagina.
Change him, Bobby. Tina's turning into a teen.
You've lost your mom. Time to focus on your good daughter, Jean.
I'm pretty.
Finally, he is headcanon as having ADHD and autism. Gene's character rejects the traditional gendered roles that are involved in boyhood. Last, but not even remotely least, is Louise. Louise is the youngest of the family, but is definitely the smartest. This little 9-year-old is usually doing something that should involve signing a waiver. Louise will only do something if it will somehow benefit her. TikTok creator Kong Keys headcanons Louise as using any pronouns, as they believe her to be non-binary. A non-binary individual is someone who doesn't conform to just one gender identity. Kong Keys views Louise's character as being lesbian. The term lesbian is used for someone who is attracted sexually or romantically to someone who is non-male while also being a non-male themselves. Just like her mom Linda, Louise is headcanoned as being very neurodivergent. Non-specific again, due to the amount of various diagnoses under that label.
You want to talk to your daddy?
No, I want to talk to you. You have been selected as the subject of my important person school essay.
Shut up.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up! Question 1. It's my daddy!
God!
How did you first get into bank robbing?
Louise's character is a good example of a non-canonical representation of girlhood. She does not stay quiet, she does not excuse lame behavior, and she is commonly seen as the Deadpool of the Bob's Burgers universe. In conclusion, TV series Bob's Burgers does an incredible job of depicting authentic representations of certain social hierarchies which have been constructed and reinforced throughout our history. Even though the examples I've shown you today are mostly theories that fans have assembled, it is clear that the show understands feminist and queer critiques within literature. The show has much more to offer that I would have included if I had more time. But for now, I hope that I was able to pique your interest enough for you to stick with the Belcher fam a little longer.